Hi, Lauren. How are you doing today?
Fine.
Good. How was Thanksgiving?
It's alright.
What was the best part of Thanksgiving for you?
I guess the food.
Food is good. Did you get to cook any of it?
No.
No, not really.
No.
What was the worst part about Thanksgiving and break?
Had to be with my family.
Yeah. Is that hard to be with your family?
Always is.
Yeah. So, kind of, we've been talking a little bit. I know you have to be here. And can you refresh my memory on why you have to be here again?
I kept staying out a little too late and got busted off curfew and my parents. I got taken in and because I was trespassing where I shouldn't have been, and my parents told me I had to come, and skipping school and just, I don't know, just being a kid.
Yeah, well, I can see how that can be a concern for your parents and for your well-being and making sure that you have the best. So, what are some? Do you think that they were maybe like being overprotective, being they're making you be here because they're like trying to control you too much and you want a little more independence and freedom?
I mean, I don't know why they care. Half the time they don't even really care where I am, and all of a sudden I get in trouble, and then they care.
I got you. So, looking at that, has that always been like the way that it's been? Like in the past, have you always been on your own as far as that goes, or what has that looked like for you?
Basically, I
Like
mean,
growing up.
I don't know. My dad, he works. He's never home. Does what he wants to do. My mom, when she's home, she just hides out in a room or something and watches TV and locks the door. And my brother and I have to kind of fend for ourselves all the time. So it just chose not to be at home. The streets is just kind of what we did.
So, so it really sounds like you guys actually had to grow up a lot sooner than you were, so you didn't really have a lot of parental guidance. Your parents don't really seem to care. So how has that changed now for you? What is it different now than what it was then?
I mean, all of a sudden, my dad has decided that, I'm grounded, and I mean, whatever the hell that means, and that he's gonna not go on all his trips and whatever those trips were, and my mom is staring at me all the time. And, my brother did the same stuff I did, just never got caught. And I don't know. But they're cracking down on me, and he's still out doing whatever he's doing. Well, I know what he's doing, but so it's just annoying. Because I mean, they seriously never cared. I don't need them. I haven't needed them in 16 years, and I don't need them now.
I see. So, so they're taking more of an active interest in like more seeing maybe the errors in their way and are really trying to be there for you as parents. And that kind of makes you uncomfortable because it's like, what's the point? You guys haven't cared up until this time. So why are you even bothering now?
I mean, some lady showed up from the state and did, I guess, like an inspection on the house or something. My grandma came down, so I don't know if they're scared of us having to go live with grandma or what. I mean, house is clean. They're just not home.
I see. So now you're thinking as far as like what's going to happen next, like for future that you might be actually taken from your parents and might have to go live with grandma or go live somewhere else because now the state is involved. So that's probably kind of scary. You think?
I don't know. Sometimes I'd like to live with grandma.
Yeah. Why do you think that?
Grandma was always, before we moved here, grandma helped us a lot more. And she made sure we had food on the table, and Grandma loved us. She was there for us, and she helped us. And, she was more of a parent than our own parents, and they moved us here, and we sit here.
Right. So what I'm hearing you say is that Grandma loves you and your parents don't. They don't love you at all. Do you think that's really true? Do you think they really don't care and they really don't love you?
I'm sure they do somewhere, but I don't know.
So, looking at that, if your parents didn't love you and your parents didn't care, do you think you would have a place to live?
If they didn't give us a place to live, they'd go to jail. So I mean, they have to.
Yes and no, they don't. I mean, it's invariably their choice. Because people are homeless all the time. So not really. So that shows me that they care because they're doing what they need to do to stay in a house, living where you're living. And it sounds like they provide you with food.
Sometimes,
yes, but sometimes they do. Now, as far as them never caring, I don't see that as something that's actually true. Now, I do think that they can care. It's just that they maybe don't express that in a great way. What do you think? What do you think about that?
I don't know. I mean, when my brother got hurt, and my mom freaked out a little bit, and I think that was the first time I actually saw her care.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad came home pretty quick, but other than that, I mean, I guess the first time he gave me a hug. He didn't really hug me.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of not there.
So I guess there is this level of pattern in your life where, things go along like normal. Your dad works, your mom closes herself off in her room, and then something happens, right? Like the state comes in, your brother gets hurt, something's happening. So what do you think? What do you think it would be like if that changed for you? If that could change for you, how would you like it to go?
I don't know. I wish my mom would be more of a mom. A lot of the times. Wish she'd cook. I go to my friends' houses sometimes and see them sit with all their friends and with their families, and they sit down and have meals together. Some of my friends are actually stable. Most of my friends are just like me. And they're sitting down with their families and having meals, and we don't do that.
Right.
We don't know how. And my brother and I will have dinner together normally. But other than that, I mean, I like to sit down and have a meal together as a family and have a normal conversation. I don't remember the last time we've actually had a conversation, the four of us.
Right. So it really looks like you want to change a lot of the way you've been raised, and try and maybe change that for not only for yourself now, but also for your life when you grow up. So you want to provide probably more for your children, I'm sure. We're all the product of the environment that we come from, right? So looking at that, and really looking at how you were raised, and what are some changes you can make now for yourself in order to give more meaning to what you're doing and things like that. Because I'm sure that you don't always want to be in trouble, and you don't always want to be forced to do the things that you're doing now, going to groups and coming and seeing me every week. So, what are some things that you want to accomplish? What are some things you want to do for yourself? What do you want to get out of this, even though you have to come? Anything that you would like to explore?
I don't know. I just kind of wish that sometimes that, I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit of my parents in me, and I struggle in showing my love for others too, and I feel like my parents need the same thing I need.
Okay. So looking at that and looking at like expressing how you feel and doing those kinds of things, what do you think would be some things that you could do to start changing that for you and your family? Would it really be such a bad thing if you maybe started to express that with your family, your brother? I'm sure you and your brother probably do that a lot better than you and your parents.
We do.
Yeah. So maybe why not trying to do some of that with your family? Like just telling your dad that you love him, or asking for a hug from your mom.
I mean, I guess I could try harder. It might be a little bit drastic at first.
Right. I mean, you can do it in simple ways. Some really simple things you can do is like leaving a note for your mom in the bathroom saying, "Hey, Mom, I know I haven't been the best kid, but I love you, and I'm trying." Does that make sense? Just doing little things like that, or even making a meal for your parents.
Yeah. I don't really know how to cook.
Well, I mean, microwave meals aren't always that bad, but I mean, it shows that you're trying and you're caring, rather than, so if that's something you want, maybe being the role model for your parent and showing them, and it was kind of reverse and kind of messed up, but I mean, if you want a situation to change and a pattern to change, then sometimes we have to take that step. What do you think about doing something like that this next week?
I can try. Her birthday's this week.
Well, that's excellent. You could maybe,
Maybe my brother and I can go to box cake and try to make it for her or something. Because my dad's out of town, like always. This is the first trip he's been on since I've been in trouble.
right? So maybe you could do something like that for your mom. That might be good. So, and how do you think this is going to, if you do these changes and you make these changes and you try to show them that you care more and that you're trying to, bring the family essentially kind of together, what do you think that that's going to look like later? Do you think it's going to help? Do you think it's going to make things better? Do you think it's going to make things worse?
I don't know. It might be really early to tell. It's worth the shot. We try, but sometimes it just ends up in a big argument. My parents don't even really like each other half the time, so it just really ends up in a big argument. Especially with me right now, but if it's just mom and my brother and I, it might be alright.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't hurt for the three of us to get close. So who knows how much longer my dad will be away.
Yeah.
We'll be around. So
that's very true. So that might be something. And maybe that is what your mom was looking for. Maybe that's why she shut down, because maybe she doesn't feel like you care for her. And that
sometimes I don't.
Well, I know you're a teenager. I mean, sometimes that's the really normal way to feel sometimes about your parents. We all go through that. So I mean, that can be something that you can do. Maybe she's just needing a little more. Maybe she doesn't think you care. Maybe all of that. I know sometimes it's harder to extend yourself to someone who's supposed to care for you more than you are for them. But if you can show her, maybe it'll work out. So what do you think about maybe trying to make her a cake and maybe having like a little birthday party for you guys this week?
We can try.
That might be something that would be worth taking a look at.
An attempt.
And doing, yeah. So, as far as that goes, what would you like to talk about next time?
I don't know. I mean, we'll just talk. I guess we could just talk about, how everything went with the party and stuff.
Yeah, we could do that. So maybe we'll address some of the reasons for getting into trouble maybe a little bit next week and see maybe what that looks like for you and how that's going to play out in the next few weeks. So that'll be kind of something you'll want to think about out that we're going to tackle next week. Be a little more in-depth, harder conversation maybe to have. So I'm going to have some fun this week. Have fun with the birthday party for your mom. We'll talk about how that goes, and then get into some more of those major issues that are causing troubles for you.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds good. Okay, we'll see you next week.